Okay, so right now we are going to go over how to manage grant documents as well as where to get all the grant documents. So all the information is in our document management system. You would log in using your own login.imagesilo.com/home/login. You put the entity item ID 11317, put the username which has been assigned to you, and your password. Once you log in, depending on what you have access to, you may only see grants here, you may also see something else. But at a minimum, you should see grants here. So go ahead and click on grants. And it'll ask you how you want to search these things. So you can search based on document types. We have a number of document types: resources, grant application, grant report, etc. Or you can just say search and it will bring up every document there is. And then what we can do is look for based on the document type. Every document you will ever need to write a grant for Food for Thought Denver is here in document type called resource. So if you sort this by document type, these are all the resources you need. There is testimonial 1, 2, there is a COVID response write-up, some grants require it. Key staff as of May 2021, data retention and destruction policy, client rules, guidelines and exception policy, client grievance policy, 2021 Colorado Common Grant. This is the most important document you will need. This document has about 12 pages of write-up, and most every question you will find in a grant application, answer to that question you will find in this document. So 90% of your work is already covered here. All you need to do is copy and paste. Obviously, please read through to make sure that during the copy paste things don't get out of context. You have major contributors, source of income table, 501c3 letter, board members list, 990 tax form, anti-discrimination policy, in-kind contributions, basic information about our organization, mission and vision statement, W9, voided check, ACH info, Bob's bio, logo, testimonial 3 and 4, crisis management guideline, list of officers, diversity, inclusion and equity policy, our budget, our template cover letter, template letter grant, template grant report. So all these documents, about 31 documents, are in resources type. Now you would say, why do I need that, all of these? So when you apply for grants, there are two types of grants. One is called letter grant and one is called grant application. The large foundation require you to write grant applications. They have their own portal, their own website. You log in, create a login, and then they will ask you a number of questions. Like I mentioned, answer to most of those questions will be right here. But then in addition, they will say, please upload your major contribution. Almost always they'll ask for a 501c3 letter. Almost always they'll ask for 990 tax form. So you upload all those things on their portal, anti-discrimination policy, whatever they need, you need to upload. Some people will say, write the mission statement. So you open this document, copy the mission statement, and then paste it in there. Most of people may require W9 form to fill out. Some people require ACH information. So that's why I have given you every piece of information you may ever need to write a grant for Food for Thought. These are about 31 documents. It will be very useful to you. The second thing here you will notice is there are certain grants. So every time you write a grant and you finish it, create a PDF and upload that PDF in this portal. It's very, very important to do that. I uploaded 3 sample here just for your reference. But as you create it, please upload it. I didn't have it. I don't want to go through uploading 500 grants I have written so far, but you'll be doing one at a time. So make sure you upload it. The way to upload this thing is you click on upload, and in document type, you change it to grant application or whatever that happens to be. If it is grant report, you say grant report. You put the name of the grant, ABC grant. You put the date the grant was applied, so most likely today. You want the document name, whatever the name of your document is, your PDF, ABC grant 2021, right? And then you select the file from your desktop, from your computer. And then once it selects it, you click save, and it should show up right here, just like all these other grants. Okay, so that's how you upload a grant after writing it. So after you write each grant, make sure you upload this on ImageSilo. So you'll have to manage this in two places, right? Charity Proud, after you write a grant, you say you change the status from in process to submitted, right? In here, you obviously upload that grant itself. Now, how do you get access to this data? So for example, I need a 501c3 letter. So I just click on it, and then I, say detail. It gives me all the details of that information. So one way to do this is double click on 501c3 and it opens a new window. I'm not sure you can see that new window or not. I'm going to see, but essentially that new window will bring up this PDF. So I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to start sharing again. So in case you didn't see that new window, you can see that. So hopefully you can see this new window that 501c3 letter brings up. So once you are in here, you have a number of options. The best way to do this is just to say print, right? And it will allow you to open this thing in, and it will download that automatically. In my case, on my desktop, it went and downloaded that document. Okay, so that's an easy thing to do. One other thing, I'm going to go ahead and close this window, and I'm going to start sharing again. And I'm going to show you, well, we'll both find out together. I have not used this platform until this morning. So here's a Colorado Common Grant. You want to copy all the information from it, right? So again, you double click that document. And once you double click that document, it opens in a new window. So I'm going to, hopefully you can see that document right here. Let me just stop sharing and start sharing again, so that I want to make sure you can see what that looks like. So as you can see, this is the Word document. Now you have a number of options. If you click on open, okay, it allows you to check out this document so that you can download it in your document. Now, problem with checking out the document is that unless you check back in, nobody else can check out. So that's one thing we have to be careful about. I was told by John that there is an option to save this document on your doc right here. Upload. No, that's about uploading a new document. That's not what we want to do. I'm sorry, guys. We may have to ask John to see if there's oh, there it is. If you click on manage, you can edit or email this document. So best thing to do is just email yourself this document, and that way you can copy paste whatever. But every time you have a new grant, make sure you email from this, so that if this version has changed, then you have the latest version. So again, once you have this document up, click on manage, email yourself a document, and you will have you can manage it from there. If you want to print it, it will create a PDF for you. But again, in your case, it's better if you email it, so it's still a Word document, you can manage it. So I'm going to stop sharing again and start sharing in this ImageSilo folder we were in originally. So hopefully you can see this. So again, whenever you want to do this, just copy it. If it's already a PDF like a policy and this and that, just print it and it will download on your computer. So whatever you need to upload, you can just print it. Whatever you need to copy paste from, you email yourself the document and edit that as needed. So that is what we have in terms of all the resources. I already explained to you how to upload your grants. If you are completing a grant report, then again, just go ahead and upload the grant report once you have it. So we have a template grant report here you can use. There is a template grant report, right? So, and I have highlighted in this template grant report everything that you will need to do, in a sense that uh, I'm going to stop sharing and start sharing again so that you can see the actual document. So whatever you need to change, I've highlighted in yellow. That way, you know what to do. Rest of the things you don't need to touch. Whatever is there, you just change it there, and it's very self-explanatory. So make sure you go ahead and use that information um, when you write the grant reports. Um, Now, I think I mentioned this, that there are two types of grants. One is a letter grant and one is a grant with applications. Grant with application is for large foundations. The letter grants are small private foundations where we get $500, $1,000, even sometimes $20,000 grant just with a letter grant. So when there is no application necessary, there is no website for that foundation or anything like that, then all we do is open this template letter grant. Again, I have highlighted in yellow what you would need to change. So you change all that information and then send that, create a PDF of that letter, and then upload that in here. Also email that to Ali at Bab's office. She'll print it and mail it for you. Okay. There's another template you will see called cover letter. So don't get confused between letter grant and cover letter. Cover letter is something, a lot of these grants which require, filling out the questionnaire on their website and whatnot, those grants require you to sometimes add a cover letter. So I've given you a sample cover letter. Again, everything you need to fill out is highlighted in yellow, so you can change that information. And then make sure once you're done, you remove that yellow highlight. Otherwise, it looks bad that, hey, these guys are just using templates, right? Even though we don't want them to look like we are. We always want them to feel like, this is entire 60-page document created just for them. We wrote this from scratch just for them. It makes them feel good, right? So hopefully that's all the information you will need to write grants. And if there's any questions, refer to this video. You can always ask me those questions, but this should be enough information for you. So with that, I'm going to log out of John's system, stop sharing. And if you have any questions, again, feel free to give me a call. Thank you.